Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of March 1st, 2026. This is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And check out your other placements. If you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Sagittarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they not see coming for the week of March 1st, 2026? What do they not see coming this week? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. I will say, before I flip this card over, when I was meditating on your sign for this reading, I kept seeing green, like if someone were to paint something on a blank canvas, like a stroke of green. So I don't know if you're getting like a stroke of good luck or money or something like that. So let's see what comes out in the reading for you today. What are you not seeing this week? What do you not see coming? We have unbothered. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Queen Rising. Stepping into power, being praised, coming up into the spotlight. It could be King Rising. I don't read body parts. So why is this something you may not see coming in the week ahead? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy this week, we have the Phoenix. Well, that's why, talk about Queen Rising or King Rising. Well, that's why you're unbothered. The Phoenix, the Five of Pentacles rising above the ashes, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Five of Swords, King of Wands, Three of Pentacles. I'm not going to lie to you. I think you've been going through it lately in that Five of Pentacles, whether that is a financial issue or an emotional setback for some of you. But I see you doing your best this week to try to rise above it. It's like you're changing your mindset. I don't want to say I don't want to think about this anymore, but I don't want to dwell on this anymore. The Phoenix. Your deck is the only deck that has that card in it. Tell me about the Phoenix. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Page of Wands, you have the Chariot, and you have the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you have the Death card. Yeah. So you have a situation, environment, or connection in your life has come to an end or is coming to an end. You're now in this like transformative stage, if you will, kind of like leaving one chapter behind, moving into the next chapter. And there's something about you really finding your power and your worth this week, like more than you have recently. And you're trying to rise above the feelings of loss or despair or why something happened with a particular person. You're really trying to go within here and make the best of a situation. I think it was Libras. Maybe if you have some Libra placements, you want to look at the Libra reading. But it looks to me something similar like that, not exact, but something similar where life handed you a bowl of rotten lemons and you are determined to make like the best effing lemonade on the planet out of it. You're like, I'm going to rise above this. Everything's going to be okay. I'm unbothered. It's like you're remembering who you are. So I want to clarify the Five of Pentacles. I don't want to feed that negative energy because I feel like that's something you're rising above, you're overcoming, and you're leaving in your past. Queen of Swords. Why are you in the Queen of Swords energy this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Swords is clarified by Ace of Swords, the Strength card, and the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. You really are in your power this week. You're heavily focused on something. This Ace of Swords. I don't feel like this is just truth or clarity or some aha epiphany moment. I think you're focused now on something, some kind of long-term goal. You've redirected your focus, or you will be redirecting your focus and your energy towards some type of long-term goal here. And I don't want to see that it's a distraction because I don't think you're saying, well, I'm just going to focus on this so I don't feel the pain. No, I think you're focusing on this because this is something that you want to do, learn, move towards. But it's a healthy distraction because, again, I feel like you're turning pain into power here. What is this? Four of Pentacles. Who is this Four of Pentacles? Or what is this Four of Pentacles? You're trying to rise above a heartbreaking situation or something that was disappointing to you. This is the energy of the person who's still stuck in it. Their path forward is blocked. That Three of Wands. They're blocked by the Four of Swords. Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Four of Swords. So while you're trying to overcome, they're stuck. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. I would expect communication from this person. Their life is stuck. Tell me about the Three of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Wands is clarified by the Devil. You can just stay right there then. Justice and the Page of Pentacles. You just stay right there. My Sagittarians have come way too far to deal with your nonsense all over again. You have someone here who is having a very difficult time moving forward. I don't know if this is the boss who fired you or you quit. They're having a hard time finding a good replacement, or maybe they downsized and eliminated your position and now they're like, oh shit, we can't get, we're not meeting deadlines and getting projects done. It could be the friend, the family member, or the lover that broke up with you or ghosted you or didn't nurture the connection the way that they should have. I almost get this cocky feeling from this person, like at some point in time, they thought that they would be better off without you, or that they could easily move on from you. They found out, or they're finding out this week, that they really can't. They're stuck. But they're stuck in a pattern that they created themselves. And instead of working on the pattern, they think reaching out to you is going to soothe them or make them feel better. Like some communication from you would make them feel better. Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Like if they text you a sweet thing like, hey, how have you been? How are you doing? And you just text back a hi, right? Because the Page of Pentacles would be no emotion, right? That's not cups or anything like that. That would just be like, hi. Or they're like, hey, how are you doing? I saw online that, I don't know, you got a promotion at work. And you're like, yep. Even that yup to them would be like, oh, at least they're, okay, I got like, the door's cracked open. This person is stuck. But they're not working on their pattern or toxic trait that made them stuck. They're just looking for relief by contacting with your positive energy. Okay, because I was going to say, why is this important? If you're unbothered and you're moving on, now we know why. There's that communication. Tell me about the Page of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. This person is all in Page energy. What is happening here? They could be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. But why are they showing up in Page energy? They don't think that you'll talk to them or you'll accept them or you'll be open to them. I feel a very like a meek energy, like a small energy, just to kind of see, like, is the door open? Do they really have me blocked? Are they willing to maybe come back to work? It's like again, using the analogy of work, you quit, they fired you, downsized, whatever happened. And now they text you and they're like, hey, remember that project that you were working on a couple months ago or a couple of months before you left the company or whatever? I feel like they're using something else to have a conversation with you. Like if you have a pet, this would be a text message of, hey, this is probably going to sound really weird, but I was thinking of your dog the other day, or your cat the other day, or I don't know, your fish the other day, something like that. How's your pet doing? I think that's why it's small. It's coming in small just to see, is communication blocked? Are you open to talking to them? What is this person's intention? Their intention. Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands. You could just stay right there. We've had enough of you. Seven of Cups. Confusion, delusion, trickery. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to speak for you. Just stay away. Stay away. You're doing so well for yourself. I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to be that tarot reader, but I've been reading for you since April 2024. I always want to say 2025. I can't believe it's coming up on 2 years since I've had this YouTube channel, but here we are. I've seen you struggle with this person or with people very similar in this energy. And some way, somehow, the majority of you are breaking free, or you have broken free. You're rebuilding your lives. You're still hurting, but you're trying to remain optimistic. You're finding yourself again. And lo and behold, Mercury retrograde, sometimes brings these people back around. But what is their intention? I feel like their life is stuck. They don't have a lot of growth. I think you offer them light, right? We have here spotlight. Look at that. Right behind that, we have fake flexing. And then you're not going to... Then we have obsessive lover. So, yeah. So I think you have someone here whose life is stuck. It's not moving forward, or not moving forward as easily as they thought it would without you, or something like that. And they need your energy. I mean, this is someone who's feeling really low. You're feeling really low, and you're taking your lemons and you're making lemonade out of it. And they're feeling really low, and they're not taking their lemons and making lemonade. Instead, they want to contact you and say, "Hey, how's the lemonade going over there? Can I have a sip? Can I have a glass?" No, make your own. You created the lemons to begin with. So you can make your own lemonade. I'm sorry, I'm very defensive of the Sagittarius collective. So sorry. Let's get you some advice. I want to get you advice on what you can do to continue to rise and shine, and nurture yourself, nurture your soul, and your heartbreak here, because I do think that you've been hurting for quite some time. To end up in the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups is no joke. I mean, we're a little dented at that point. We're not damaged, but we're dented, right? And you're rebuilding yourself from that. It's like you're a human kintsugi. I don't know if you're familiar with that. For Valentine's Day, that's what I got him for Valentine's Day. I got him a kintsugi bowl because in the 5.5 years I've known him, he's had surgeries, and then last year he had the neck surgery, and he's always saying, "I feel so broken now, like my knee hurts, my back hurts, I've got a rod in my neck." So he's had, a lot of medical stuff in the last 5.5 years. So I gave him the kintsugi bowl, and I wrote out this little thing for him. And he just was so moved by it. So I think that's what you're doing here. But it's like you're doing the repairs yourself. You're taking the cracks within yourself that this person created, or the dynamic between the two of you created. And instead of just chucking your life away and saying, "I'm never going to live again, my whole life is over," you're repairing your cracks with gold. That's kintsugi. You can look it up. It's a Japanese art. And that's what you're doing. You're saying, my cracks are valuable. There's wisdom here. There are lessons here. There's experience here. And I'm not going to just chuck my life away because this person dented or cracked me up a bit. I'm going to fill my cracks with gold. And you're doing it. So you've been repairing yourself. So I get a little defensive when I see this come in and like, oh, is there another space on that bowl that I can crack? I mean, that's just so I can get some of your gold, so I can get some of your energy. So I'm sorry. Please don't allow me or tarot to tell you what to do with this person. Let's get you some advice from source. Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the World card. Yeah, you're moving towards a new chapter, and it's looking good. And like I said, you've been repairing yourself for the most part. 3 cards of advice on how you can continue this repair. My beautiful human kintsugi bowls that you are. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Knight of Wands, which we had in your energy here, the Queen of Cups, there you are again, and the Three of Pentacles. Just keep working on you. Stay passionate about yourself, about your future. Stay calm this week. Tap into your intuition. The Queen of Cups is the most intuitive queen in tarot, and continue to work on yourself, fulfilling your own wishes and working towards your dreams, goals, and aspirations. The Three of Pentacles is the second decan of Capricorn. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. And a lot of people refer to Saturn as Father Saturn. And so if you put in the work, if you put in the effort of the Three of Pentacles, then Father Saturn rewards you with the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever it is here that you're working on, the dream, wish, goal, healing your heart, moving your life forward, just keep working on it. Because again, as long as you focus on that, I think you will be rewarded with that Ten of Pentacles. Some type of long-term stability, whether that's financial, emotional, or both. Now, 3 cards of advice on how they can deal with this person when they receive this contact or communication or conversation. 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 9 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. I hate to say this to you, but I mean, it's the advice. At the end of the day, you do what you want. But that 9 of Wands could talk about courage and persistence, and the 6 of Swords talks about moving forward. It's a regretful but necessary transition. It's a rite of passage. I don't want to be drawn back into the chaos and conflict that you caused for me. And so I'm going to have the courage and the persistence to be unbothered or ignore you. We have the Queen rising, the fake flexing, the obsessive lover, and then we have ignoring. And it takes a lot to ignore someone. Even if this is a parent, it's going to take a lot. But your advice is to do it, to keep moving forward towards your 4 of Wands. Didn't you have the 4 of Wands here? I thought you did. No? Okay, well, you have it here. So just keep moving towards this new beginning, this life-changing decision here that you want to make. 10 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So they came out there as the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe they really are an earth sign, or maybe they're just stubborn and set in their ways. Sometimes the King or Queen of Pentacles can come across that way, even if they're not an earth sign. It's just the energy of someone. So yeah, you're going to have to make a choice. Do you want to take on the burden of welcoming this person back into your space? That is what I have for you, my dear. And right behind that, we have the Justice card, which is Libra. And the house of Libra is the house of relationships and partnerships and connections and maybe even marital partners. So you'll have a decision here to make this week if you even want to engage with this person and to what extent. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.